Hey, it's Bill. Perfect on day one. Let's see how I do on day two of the World Cup of Darts. Well, yesterday, perfect. So I'm really impressed with myself. I'm taking a look at the lineup today, and I don't see myself doing following that exact same route. But just a couple thoughts on yesterday. First of all, Poland. Wow. I know I talked about Poland. I was struggling on that quarterfinal. Who's going to get there between Scotland and Poland? But Poland put something out there. And I thought Czech Republic played well as well, or played really great. So 105 average or something in a teams match. That's insane. So really looking forward to the Poland-Scotland match tomorrow. And then, a couple other thoughts on it. Most of them were, blowouts. What was the kid's name? Hewitt from Gibraltar, entertaining as hell. I don't know what his average was, but he had 7 of his darts around the ground, and a couple of them were definitely in the triple 19. Really entertaining. If he had any type of partner, his partner didn't hit a triple, I think, in the last 6 legs. So that's never going to get you going. But it was nice to see the limbs get through, although that was tense. That first leg, I don't think I've seen, 11 missed darts. But certainly the Gibraltar Singapore match was the best one, the most entertaining one for sure. In terms of quality, obviously the Czech Republic, Poland was great, and then Scotland, Netherlands, Wales. Although Wales got a little bit of a test at the end, Marco Cantelli started finding his range. In Australia, they basically got. They didn't even have to show up, and they got through. So that's not going to be the case today in day two. Day two has some fantastic matchups. So while I went yesterday perfect, there is a reasonable chance that I might go 3 for 3 wins on this one. It's really good matchups, really close matchups, and we'll go through them. First one up is Russia against Japan. Russia's got Boris Koltsov, who I'm a big fan of. The Japanese team, I don't recognize any of the names. Sergio Asada, I didn't see him. I don't recognize the names of the players. Obviously, they'll qualify, and they must have been playing well. And it's a shame that the guy with the crazy face is in the horrible song. Dmitry, what's his name? I've got it here. Gorbanov wasn't able to play for Russia. That would have been entertaining as hell, but I don't know who's the other player in Russia. So if you take a look at it, you've got one PDC player who plays well, and you've got three other players I don't know. So just based on that, I'll go with Russia to win this one 5-3. I think the next matchup, this is a good one, Spain against South Africa. Probably 6 months ago, I say South Africa wins this one. I don't say that now. Devin Peterson's in bad form. And again, his partner is the same partner he had last year, and I don't remember him being, certainly didn't stand out. If you take a look at Spain's team, you've got a PDC Tour car holder and Jesus Nogueira, and then you have someone who just won on the Challenge Tour, Jose Justiça, so who used to be a PDC player. So I think this will be a very close game. I think it'll be a bit nervy, a bit low averages, but still it might be very entertaining. So I'm going to take Spain to win this just based on form. To win this one 5-4 in a close game. The next match, Ireland against Portugal. So you've got William O'Connor and Sean Lennon, who went to the final 2 years ago against, what did I say? Sean Lennon. It's not Sean Lennon. Steve Lennon, not Sean. So Steve Lennon, and again, they got to the final, lost to Scotland in the final, but had a great tournament. Took out some big teams on the way, and then you got Portugal. You've got maybe one of the best players in the world currently, and Jose de Souza, and you've got his partner that he had last year, who's Marquez. Again, you've got the best players on Portugal, but I think you've got pretty steady players in O'Connor and London. They don't get rattled. Well, William O'Connor can sometimes get rattled if he's playing Max Hopp in Germany, but Lennon's not getting rattled. So I guess it's just really the factor in this one is how Marcus plays. If he plays well, Portugal wins. If he doesn't play well, they lose. So if I were to put money down, I'm going to go with someone who doesn't have a lot of experience versus 2 that do. It's going to be a shame to see Jose de Souza leave. But the other thing, too, to keep in mind, Jose de Souza probably leave his partner. A lot of 166, a lot of 165s, 163. He can't count. So when he's on form, who cares? But or he might go for a double that he doesn't have to go for. You're doing 120 and you go double top, and you miss the first two at double top. Now you're leaving your partner maybe 100, and your partner doesn't have maybe the quality to take that out. So be interested to see if D'Souza plays any different because he has a partner, but probably not. Seeing him, I think it'll be a barn burner. I'm going to take Ireland though with the experience to win this one 5-4. Next matchup is Philippines against Austria. Austria's got Mensur Suljovic and Robijan Rodriguez. You got a PDC Tour player, top 32, with someone who's been really well on the tour this year. Even though he doesn't have a tour card, he's certainly got money past the other ones. He usually plays well in the World Cup. And I know that they're partners. They seem to get along. I remember Mensur with Zoran Leichbacher, and that didn't go well. So I think they do actually get along. So that might help. On the other side of the coin, you've got Philippines. And Lawrence Alagan's got to win something. Is this the time? Mensur's not in really the greatest form. He hasn't been able to play for a long time. Roby John certainly has a bit of, the work. And typically, Lawrence Alagan plays with Noel Maladum, and this year he's not. I don't know what that means, but at some point, Lawrence Alagan's going to win something, and I want to be on board when he does win it. So I'm going to take a bit of an upset here, and I'm going to take Philippines to beat Austria 5-3. In the next match, Northern Ireland against Hong Kong. As I stated before, Northern Ireland, that team should be making up a deep run. I like their draw. So with their draw, they should be making that deep run. Hong Kong does have Kyle Fan Long, who is a PDC tour holder, and unfortunately I don't know who the other person is. To me, Gurney and Dolan both played well last week. Dolan's just steady, and Gurney's steady. I don't see them losing this one. I know they lost to Canada last year, but Canada had a much better team that's going to be thrown at them than Hong Kong. So I'm going to take Northern Ireland to win this one 5-1, and I'm looking for Northern Ireland to have a deep run. The next one, this is tough for me. So you've got Canada, where I'm from. If you can't tell with the Toronto Maple Leaf stuff behind me. Matt Campbell, Jeff Smith, really good team. Did a deep run last year, really took Belgium to the limit, and really should have won that one, to be fair. Germany team, they're at home. Clemens is a good player, and so is Hop. I know he's not playing well, but they got that home field advantage. There's going to be a lot of booing coming on Smith and Campbell. The good news from a Canadian point of view is I don't think Smith and Campbell care. I don't think they're going to get rattled by it. I just don't think they are. It's rare to see Canada get booed on a world stage, but I think that this case they're going to get booed because the German crowd's going to be loud. My brain tells me Germany's going to win this one. It does, but I'm a Canadian. I got a heart. I love the way that both Jeff and Matt play. I've got to wear my heart on my sleeve on this pick. I'm probably going to regret this. I certainly wouldn't put money on this one, that's for sure, but I'm going to take Canada to win this one 5-4. And if Canada gets through this one, I like their chances of getting the quarterfinals as well, or whoever wins this one to get to the quarterfinal. And then you've got England against Brazil. I think you can chalk this up to a shutout. And Diego Portela, we all know who Diego Portela is. I have no idea who his partner is. And Diego Portela is not a PDC tour holder. You're going against Dave Chisnell and James Wade. I'm not a big, as you plenty know, I'm not a big James Wade fan, personality-wise, but on the dartboard, he's pretty consistent. And Dave Chisnell, it's probably a good team. That's why I said I think England's going to have a good run. You got a guy who scores like Chisnell, and you got a guy who takes out doubles like Wade. The only thing Chisnell's got to make sure he does is leave double top or leave double 10. He can't be going double 18 or going double 16 because Wade never leaves that. So as long as they get that partnership up. And again, even if James Wade gets testy and all brutal on stage, I don't think Chisnell cares. I think that's a good partnership, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take them, though, smoke them 5-0. I don't think it'll be a close game, and I don't think the next game is going to be close either. Belgium against Greece. Hybrix, whatever. He's not my favorite for sure. He gets all fired up. He acts all tough. He's like the Chihuahua, Van Gerwen. Like, shut up. So he'll probably hit something and then just look at Dimitri Van Der Poel. You're playing Greece. chill out, dude. But he won't. He won't chill out. And then they'll come back after stage and say that they played shit. And they got to be better for the next round. That's exactly what Halberst is. It's annoying as. And then you got Dimitri Vandenberg, who's pretty cool, and yeah, they seem to get along well together. So from a team perspective, certainly not cheering for Belgium to win the tournament, but I don't see how they don't get past Greece very handily. Greece has John Michael, who's a PDC tour holder, and I believe he's playing with the same partner he had for a couple of years, but I don't see this being anywhere near close, so I'm going to take Belgium to win this one 5-0. So again, Russia 5-3 over Japan, Spain 5-4 over South Africa, Ireland 5-4 over Portugal, Philippines 5-3 over Austria, and that's probably the biggest upset. Maybe Canada over Germany is an upset as well. Northern Ireland 5-1 over Hong Kong, Canada 5-4 over Germany, go Canada go. England 5, Brazil 0, and Belgium to beat Smoke Greece 5-0. I got my dart picks, and now I will put a little bit of non-darts. So if you're done with the darts, you can hit stop right now. I also happen to be a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if anyone watched the game yesterday, I expected the Cowboys to get destroyed. Just their defense it's not great, but it's way better than what it was last year. What I've just got to harp on in the NFL is a joke. It really is a joke. The refereeing in the league is like the NBA. It's very similar. If you're a star player, you get the calls. If you're not a star player, you don't get the call. Okay? So last night, Cowboys are driving. An imaginary holding call is called on Tyrone Smith. Just imaginary. Didn't happen. So, penalty. There you go. Now, the Cowboys were able to get past that and made a nice play to CeeDee Lamb to get it down there. And then, of course, another holding call. Now, that holding call, yeah, I'm on that one. If you take a look at what Tampa Bay did on the play where they got the touchdown, that was a worse holding call, but we'll disagree. It was a holding call. Nothing you can do. Okay, so they get stopped, and of course, Cowboys coaching staff is some of the biggest morons that have ever hit the planet. You run it 3 times, you take the clock down to 45 seconds, and then you kick the field goal. That's typically what you would do. You don't try to throw a pass, and then all of a sudden it's incomplete, and now you lost the time. And they keep their timeout, which they had to use because they had a false start and 10 seconds off. What I'm going to get on here, that is a blatant pass interference on the offense. It's not even close. The guy threw the guy to the ground. He pushed him to the ground. Right in front of the ref. So the ref wasn't there. Pushed him in front of the ground. Now you're telling me anyone other than Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, what happens on that play? You're telling me no flag goes out. You're telling me if Dak Prescott threw that to CeeDee Lamb and CeeDee Lamb did the same thing that the receiver for Tampa Bay did, number 14, I forget his name. Godwin, whatever that his name is. You're telling me that's not called? So the NFL can take its friggin' this parody. It's fucking bullshit. The NFL and the referees in the NFL are a goddamn joke. They've been a joke for about 20 years. You want to know why Aaron Rodgers wins games? Oh, take the Des Bryant catch against Aaron Rodgers, okay? Do you know why? Or pass interference calls that come out of bloody nowhere. This is bullshit. So the NFL is now a stars league. It's very similar to the NBA. You give your stars the calls, and everyone else can go after themselves. Okay? Other sports, I would suggest hockey. Yeah, maybe Sidney Crosby gets a call. Matthews don't get a call for the Leafs, that's for sure. I mean, basically gets wrapped on the hands by Shea Weber like there's nobody's business and doesn't get a call. So it's not that league. So to me, like we already know, Tom Brady's got his route to the Super Bowl already made out for him because the refs going to help him out. You have a betting league, NFL. How many people lost on that? You just lost. Like there's no credibility. When your refs are as terrible as that call, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Fair enough, I get it. But I've watched other teams with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. They get these awful calls at the most awful times. It always happens. The NFL is a biased bullshit league. And that's why I'm going to enjoy the darts today. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll have my predictions for, the round of 16 tomorrow.